as an EA, what is your relationship with Attorney Harry Roque now?
Previous employer ko po, si Attorney Roque po. I maintain a professional relationship with my previous employers po, Your Honor.
To Mr. Arnold Rodolfo de la Serna. My first question is, you became a stockholder of Biancham in 2020, is that correct?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Who made you a stockholder of Biancham?
To my knowledge, last 2020 po, Your Honor, it was Attorney Percival Ortega po who asked me to sign the document to complete the corporation.
May I ask who Mr. Attorney Percival Ortega is and what is your affiliation to him?
He is a majority stockholder of the company po, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, may I ask why would Mr. Percival Ortega approach you? Out of nowhere, biglang nagsabi, can you sign these documents so we can become a stockholder?
To my knowledge po, Your Honor, there are, magkakilala po sila ni Attorney Roque, which is my employer that time po, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, let me go back to the answer of Mr. De La Serna earlier, which is his period of employment as EA of Attorney Harry Roque was from January 2021 to November 2021. Does this mean that you have been employed by Attorney Harry Roque prior to your stint as his executive assistant?
The executive assistant post was available by January 2021 until November 15, 2021 po, Your Honor. But I was previously employed po ni Attorney Roque po, but not as an EA po, but as a SOCMED person po.
May I know your employment? Under what employment contract were you under prior to your EA post in 2021?
We don't have any contract po, Your Honor.
If not,
Kasi, can I explain po? Sorry po, Your Honor. I
Go
explain ko lang po what did happen. Kasi, that time po kasi, Your Honor, nag-antay po ako ng post in the office of the presidential spokesperson, but it was not given until January of 2021 po, Your Honor.
So what was the position prior to 2021? Consultant, personally employed?
I handled the social media of Attorney Roque po, Your Honor.
So the social media, I thought a while ago you said that was under your position as EA3. So were you already performing the function prior to being employed?
I started as the stockmed of Attorney Roque in 2020 po, Your Honor. Then I was given a post by January of 2021 as an executive assistant po at the office of the presidential spokesperson po, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, I would like to ask Mr. De La Serna, when did you meet Attorney Harry Roque? What month and what year?
I met Attorney Harry Roque October of 2019 po, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, I will second the question of Attorney Jinky. What makes you special? Kasi I wonder, Attorney Harry Roque met you in October 2019, and he knows Mr. Percival Ortega, and Mr. Percival Ortega approached you to become a stakeholder of Biancham in 2020. Ang stakeholder ni Mr. Percival Ortega, is it because of your affiliation to Mr. Harry Roque?
Maybe that is because po, I really don't know the answer po. Bakit ako yung napili po, Madam Chair?
Mr. Chair, I would like to ask because you will not accept a post without an offer. So what was in exchange of that? Pirma ka ng mga documents para maging stockholder. Ano yung in-offer sa'yo? Were you offered a compensation?
To my knowledge, wala pong compensation yun, Your Honor, in any kind po. To my knowledge po, Your Honor. Because it was just I do not know completing for the 5-man law of corporation po, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, if I hear that correctly, you agreed to becoming a stockholder by name without any compensation, without any responsibilities, without any official responsibilities, Mr. Chair? Walang buy-in, no nothing?
I would like to seek counsel to my legal counsel po, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair?
Chairman.
ma-
Yes,
Mr. Chair.
Hello po, Mr. Chair. I would like to seek legal advice from my legal counsel po, Mr. Chair.
Do you have your lawyer with you?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
What is his name?
His name is Attorney San Agustin po.
Where is Attorney San Agustin? Attorney, can you please enter your appearance before the committee?
Mr. Chair, Kevin San Agustin from the Law Office of Rojas San Agustin and Yason, Your Honor. Respectfully entering my appearance for Mr. De La Serna.
To Mr. A.R. De La Serna, you agreed to be a stockholder by name of Biancham without any buy-in, without any compensation, no dividends, no promise of any offer. Just by name, no responsibilities. When you were approached by Mr. Percival Ortega to sign the incorporation documents.
I would like to ask my legal counsel for advice for that, Mr. Chair.
Ano po ang nauna, Mr. De La Serna? Ginawa po kayong stockholder ng Biancham or in-employ po kayo bilang social media manager?
The employment po of SOCMED.
Mr. Chair, babalik pa rin po ako doon. Tinatry ko i-establish pero magsiskip muna ako kasi bilang ako hindi ko iisipin po na bigyan ng stock ng share sa isang kumpanya yung tao na kakakilala ko pa lang. So I'll go back to that, Mr. Chair. Mr. De La Serna, tatanungin ko po yung mga aktibidades nyo po habang kayo ay nominal stockholder ng Biancham. May tanong ko lang po, were you asked to sign documents while you were a part of Biancham?
No po, Your Honor.
Bukod sa ikaw po ay stockholder, naging miyembro din po kayo ng Board of Directors ng Biancham, tama po ba?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Opo, dahil yun po yung nandito sa dokumento na hawak ko sa submission po ng Biancham, kayo po ay miyembro ng Board of Directors. Nagsabay po ba yung pagkakataon na kayo ay Executive Assistant ni Attorney Harry Roque at kayo ay Board of Director ng Biancham? Sabay po yun?
I'm so sorry po, Your Honor. I'm not sure, but I guess it's the same. But I'm not 100% sure na yes po yung sagot ko. But it's like 80% sure.
Sige po. Bilang miyembro po ng Board of Directors ng Biancham, are you aware of the transactions na ginagawa po ng korporasyon?
No, Your Honor.
So, ibig sabihin po, kayo ay stockholder lang, miyembro ng Board of Director by name. Pumipirma po kayo ng mga dokumento nang hindi po alam yung mga nangyayari?
I had full trust and confidence with Attorney Percival po, Your Honor.
Sige po. Alam niyo po ba na ang Biancham ay nagmamay-ari ng shares sa ibang mga korporasyon?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, I highlight this because one of the key principal projects of the partnership between Green Mile Realty Corp. and Biancham, which then became FBMHC or the First Bataan Mariveles Holding Corporation, is to develop a plot of land in Mariveles, Bataan with a size of 422 hectares o yung tinatawag po na Mariveles land. And the development project was valued at 1.8 billion pesos. Mr. A.R. De La Serna, kayo po ay sumasang-ayon na ang 1.8 billion pesos ay malaking halaga po.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Napakalaking halaga po nun. At alam niyo po ba kung saan kinuha ng Biancham yung ganito kalaki na pondo para po mabili ang ganitong 1.8 billion pesos na lupa?
To be honest po, Your Honor, I do not know the transactions of Biancham po.
My apologies, Mr. Chair. Mr. De La Serna, can you please repeat?
To be honest po, Your Honor, I do not know the activities of Biancham po.
Mr. Chair, I feel like the recurring theme here is Mr. A.R. De La Serna signs documents as the Board of Director without any knowledge or without reading the subject matter. May I ask po, let's say dumating yung dokumento sa harap nyo. Sino po ang kinukonsulta nyo? Na pwede ko ba itong pirmahan? Hindi ko ito
Attorney
pwedeng
Paul
pirmahan?
Ortega po, I have full trust and confidence to Attorney Percival Ortega po, Your Honor.
Sino ulit si Attorney Percival Ortega at bakit, bukod sa ipinakilala siya sa iyo ni Attorney Harry Roque, bakit napakalaki ng pagtitiwala mo sa kay Mr. Percival Ortega?
Okay naman po kausap si Attorney Val po, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, may I also, I guess ang parati ko pong naiisip dito ay yung pareho po sa sinasabi ni Ms. Materna doon sa mga dati nating tanong na pumipirma lang ng pumipirma. Pero sige po, ang tanong ko po, kinukonsulta niyo po ba si Attorney Harry Roque kapag kayo ay pumipirma ng mga dokumento sa Biancham?
Ang kinukonsult ko po, Madam, Your Honor, is si Attorney Percival Ortega po.
Kahit employer mo, si Attorney Harry Roque,
Ah,
at ibinalik mo yung shares na galing, na nasa sayo, papunta sa kanyang asawa,
Yes.
hindi ba nag-ibig sabihin noon na share nila yon bago ilipat sa'yo, kaya kailangan mo siyang konsultahin sa mga desisyon patungkol sa Biancham?
Sorry po, hindi ko na-gets yun. Your
Kasi
Honor.
po, ulitin ko po, di ba, may one share ka
Yes.
sa Biancham. Alam mo ba kanino galing yung share na yon?
No, Your Honor.
Bakit kanina, nung tinatanong ka namin, ang sagot mo, binalik ko po yung share kay Mrs. Myla Roque. Hindi ba ibig sabihin nun, alam mo, na galing din kay Mrs. Roque yung share na nabigay sa'yo?
What I mean sa binabalik ko, Your Honor, is alam ko na completing shareholder lang po talaga ako doon. I do not own anything doon. I have not invested on it. So, binabalik ko lang po kung sino yung sabihin ni Attorney Percival Ortega po, Your Honor.
Matanong ko lang po, nung panahon po na nasa Biancham kayo, active pa po ba si Attorney Harry Roque doon sa mga aktibidades ng Biancham? To your knowledge, did he attend any of the meetings? Meron ba siyang...
Maski ako po, Your Honor, wala po akong inatinan na meeting po ng Biancham. So, hindi ko po alam kay Attorney Roque if nag-attend po siya.
So, Mr. Chair, I believe we have established here that Mr. A.R. De La Serna is a stockholder of Biancham by name, entered into agreements without any knowledge of these agreements, so by name lang po talaga as an EA. What is your relationship with Attorney Harry Roque now?
Previous employer po si Attorney Roque po. I maintain a professional relationship with my previous employers po, Your Honor.
Bakit po kayo in-endorse ni Attorney Harry Roque kay Ms. Cassie Ong na magstay po sa Lucky 99 compound?
I was not endorsed by Attorney Roque po. Na-introduce niya po ako. Ako po yung kumausap kay Ma'am Cassandra Leong if pwede ako magstay sa lodging houses po nila in Porac.
Pero paano mo nakilala si Ms. Cassie Ong?
Through the introduction of Attorney Roque po, Your Honor.
So, nag-approach ka lang sa kanya after the fact, na after kayo in-introduce, hindi ka in-endorse tulad ng ibang mga pagkakataon na in-endorse kayo ni Attorney Harry Roque kay Ms. Cassie Ong na
nangyari kasi
Cassie,
dun-
pakipasok si AR sa
Ang nangyari kasi
compound?
doon, Your Honor, was nagtanong po sa akin si Ma'am Cassandra if ano ang ginagawa ko po sa Pampanga. Then I was very honest with her that I was looking for a place to stay because I'll be starting my flying school soon. And sabi naman niya they have lodging houses in I know in my knowledge it was Angeles, not even Porac. So when I checked the place, it's 10 to 15 minutes of
Salary grade 17 to salary grade 20 po kayo. Sa 10 buwan po na na-employ kayo kay Mr. Harry Roque, parang naglalaro po sa 370,000 hanggang 512,000. Minultiply ko, ay mali, ay tama, minultiply ko lang po by 10, yung salary
Yes.
grade 17 at salary grade 20 ngayon. So, yun lang po, wala po kayong natatanggap na compensation galing po kay Attorney Harry Roque.
from Biancham po ba yung tanong niyo, Your Honor?
O yung tulong, hindi siya tumutulong sa'yo
No,
ngayon?
no. He endorsed me to Attorney San Agustin po. Actually, ang first meeting namin is Attorney San Agustin is not...
Sorry, Mr. Del Serna, could you speak closer to the mic, please?
To be honest po, Your Honor, the first time na nag-meet kami ni Attorney San Agustin is not to represent me in Senate or in Congress, but to file a motion to quash to get my stuff in Porac po. Kasi kailangan ko na talaga yung mga naiwan ko pong gamit doon because as I progress in my flying school, naiwan ko po doon yung mga mapa ko at most of my uniform is still there din po.
Sorry, Mr. Chair, iba po yung tanong ko. Mayroon po ba kayo natatanggap ngayon?
Aside from the endorsement of Attorney Roque
natulong.
to na tulungan ako ni Attorney San Agustin, no po, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, siguro po, one of the questions that I have is, what is the special, why the preferential treatment to Mr. A.R. De La Serna? Is it because nakita po na he's someone who would sign documents, who would enter into agreements, willing to be an incorporator by name. Siguro po yun po siguro yung iniisip ko, Mr. Chair, kasi nahihirapan ako na maniwala na pinipirmahan ni Mr. A.R. de la Serna itong mga dokumento na ito ng walang kinukonsulta.